Good morning, America, and good evening in Indonesia. Father, in the name of Jesus, we come before you today with thanksgiving. Father, we thank you for brothers and sisters here in this room. Father, we thank you for Muslims that you sent to us to listen to these programs. And thank you, Father, for their soul that come to Christ. Father, in the name of Jesus, I cover this program with the blood of Jesus. And I ask you, Father, to bless these programs, to bless Brother Dave and Brother Sennacherib and Sister Sophia as they translate and bring this program. Father, I ask you to bless the viewers and those who share these programs and those who translate it, Father. Father, in the name of Jesus, I put the hedge of protection for all of us here in this room, in the name of Jesus, and may the will of God be in this place, and may the will of God be in Indonesia, before Indonesia, for United States, and for the most part in Canada, in Europe, in Africa, and all over the world. In the name of Jesus, we say amen. Okay, we're going to have a Brother David. He's an ex-Muslim. And I think most of us here are ex-Muslims, me too. And we're going to bring the topic of, here, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The topic says that Kaaba used to be a church. Okay, let's find out. Go ahead, Brother Dave.
Yeah, I'm speaker Arabic, so I will speak Arabic. Salam al-Masih li jami' al-ikhwa wal-akhawat, and God bless you all. And before I'm in Salafi, like doing Dawah Salafiyya in Syria. I'm an ex-Muslim Salafi, and after that I be atheist. After that I accept Jesus Christ on my life, and I followed Jesus Christ, the Lord. And right now I have almost 10 years. I'm doing debate with a lot of sheikhs. I'm doing like, you know, yeah.
Are you a sheikh before, brother? Are you a sheikh or ustaz before?
I'm da'ya Salafi, da'wah, doing da'wah.
Brother Sennacherib, I can handle it from English. You just translate from Arabic. Okay, Brother Sennacherib. Yeah.
Okay, so he used to be like a preacher, da'wah.
He used to be a
Islam,
preacher,
you know?
Yeah. Ya, jadi Brother David itu dulunya adalah seorang pendakwah ya, seorang salafi, muslim salafi, dia dakwah di banyak negara ya, di Syria dan di banyak negara. Kemudian dia menjadi ateis, setelah itu sekarang dia menjadi pengikut Al-Masih, sudah selama 10 tahun dia menjadi pengikut Kristus.
ظهرت فكرة أنه لما قرأت الكثير من الكتب وجدت أن هناك قاسم مشترك بين اللغة السريانية وبين القرآن وبين تاريخ مكة بشكل عام.
Okay, I'll ترجمة. Okay, so you know when David read a lot of books, when he was going through a lot of books, he found a very good connection. He found a really good connection between the Syriac language, the Aramaic language, and the Quran books, and it had to do with the Mecca. He found a very connection.
Ya, jadi Brother David hanya bisa baca bahasa Arab ya, teman-teman ya. Jadi ini ada penerjemahnya, Brother Sennacherib. Jadi Brother David ketika dia membaca banyak buku-buku, ya kemudian dia juga membaca Quran, dia melihat satu hubungan yang kuat antara bahasa Aramaik, bahasa Syria dengan Quran. Kemudian dia melihat ada sesuatu yang menarik ini, mengapa ada hubungan antara bahasa Syria, Aramaik dan Quran ini. Oke, brother.
الآن أنا راح أظهر بعض الأدلة على صدق كلامي وأثبت أن محمد كان يأتيه كتب باللغة السريانية
Okay. So what David said is, right now I am going to give you guys proof and details on how the Prophet Muhammad, he was receiving anonymously books in a Syriac language. He's gonna prove that.
Ya, sekarang Brother David sama seperti yang sudah kita pelajari kemarin dari Hussein, dia akan memberikan bukti-bukti yang mendukung dan mengkonfirmasi lagi pernyataan bahwa Muhammad itu menerima banyak buku-buku yang berbahasa Syria.
If we read the book Kitab al-Bidayah wa Nihaya li Ibn Kathir, chapter 3, verse number page number 185, we can see here in Hadith, Ibn Ishaq said, he hearing the Quraysh founded the book under in the Rukn al-Yamani in Kaaba, that book writing by Syrianic Aramaic language.
Okay. So in this book, خلينا نشوف الاسم الكتاب ديفيد تسعد. So this book is called Kitab al-Bidayah wa Nihaya in Turkey. It translates in English, the book of the beginning and the end in Turkish. So this book, what it says right here in that verse, yeah, it's by Ibn Kathir. So chapter 3. So page chapter number 3, page
485, I think.
Yeah, 185.
185.
So it says right here that the
485.
So
485.
Okay.
485, brother.
485.
Okay.
So 485 is saying the Quraysh, they did found a Syriac book in the Mecca.
Ya, jadi kita kalau baca di sini, ini adalah kitab Al-Bidayah wal Nihaya dari Ibn Kathir, volume 3, halaman 485, dikatakan Ibn Ishaq di sini mengatakan bahwa ditemukan kitab berbahasa Syria di Kaaba yang ada di Mekah.
Nah,
فخلينا brother.
Yes. فإذا قرأت بحثت أيضا في مكان آخر سأجد أنه أيضا في كتاب المصاحف لابن أبي داود، في كتاب المصاحف لابن أبي داود نجد أيضا في الصفحة 34 باب من كتب الوحي لرسول الله، بلاقي حديث صعب جدا. ترجم هاي لحتى نقرأ الحديث.
Okay. So there's another proof in another book. This book is called Kitab al-Musahaf al-Ibn
Abi Daud.
Abi Daud. So in this book, there's also another strong detailed point in hadith, which he's going to mention right now.
Ya, ini adalah bukti lain yang dikuatkan. Ya, ini adalah kitab Al-Masahif dari Ibn Abi Daud. Ya, bukti-bukti lain akan menguatkan teori bahwa kitab berbahasa Syria ini ditemukan di Kaabah yang ada di Makkah.
في باب من كتب الوحي، باب من كتب الوحي لمحمد، نجد أن محمد كان يقول لزيد بن ثابت، كان يطلب من زيد بن ثابت أن يتعلم اللغة السريانية أو العبرانية لأنها تأتيه كتب لا يحب أن يقرأها أحد.
خلينا نترجم معي. Okay, so in this book, باب من كتب الوحي رسول الله.
Yes.
So right here, Muhammad, he was telling Zayd ibn Thabit, that was his adopted son. So he was telling him that he has been receiving books that he doesn't want anyone to read. And he asked Zayd ibn Thabit to learn the Syriac tongue and the Hebrew tongue.
Ya, di dalam kitab ini juga disebutkan bahwa Muhammad itu menerima kitab-kitab berbahasa Syria yang dia tidak mau orang-orang tahu. isi daripada kitab-kitab ini. Kemudian dia menyuruh Said bin Thabit untuk mempelajari bahasa Syria dan bahasa Ibrani.
أخي ديفيد بس خليني فاهم في الشغلة. And when we're talking, when we're saying Syriac language, we're talking about Aramaic language. Aramaic. It's the Aramaic language, yeah.
Ketika kita bicara bahasa Syria itu mendekati atau sama dengan bahasa Aramaik.
الآن سنجد أن محمد كان مشارك في بناء الكعبة بعكس ما قالوا لنا أن الكعبة بناها إسماعيل، وهذا دليل على أنهم قريش خربوا كنيسة مكة وقاموا ببناء الكعبة بمساعدة محمد قبل أن يدعي النبوة.
Okay, so he's going to show us another place where there's a contradiction, because they somewhere they say that the Ismail, he built the Mecca. Ishmael built the Mecca, and another place it shows that the Quraysh, they were the one that tore the place down and built the Mecca, which Muhammad was working with them.
Jadi ini
yeah, the book is called Kitab al-Musnad al-Muhammad.
Musnad Imam Ahmad.
Kitab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kitab Musnad Imam Ahmad di sini disebutkan juga ya, ada kontradiksi di sini ya. Jadi ada yang menyebutkan bahwa kaum Ismailah yang membangun Kaabah di Mekah, tapi juga disebutkan kaum Quraisy ya yang membangun Kaabah yang ada di Mekah. Jadi ada kontradiksi di sini.
هنا يقول الحديث في الجزء 39 chapter 39 page number 218 حديث رجال من أصحاب محمد.
So right here in page 39, yeah, there's
page
a
39.
hadith. He's gonna read it for us.
Yes.
Page
ya, ini halaman 39. Ya, 218, right. Halaman 218.
Yes, let me try to speak English if I can, Brother Sanharib. If I can't, I will ask you to help me. Okay? Okay. So there, if we read it, chapter 39, page number 218, and there the hadith came from the friends of Muhammad.
Ya, ini hadisnya datang dari sahabat-sahabat Muhammad yang mengatakan,
told when the Kaaba in Jahiliyyah has been broke down by Quraysh hand.
Dikatakan di sini bahwa Kaabah yang di Mekah itu sudah dihancurkan oleh tangan-tangan kaum Quraisy.
And when come to make it a new Kaaba.
Sorry, brother.
ترجم لها جاءوا يبنوا كعبة.
They rebuilt?
Yes.
Okay, so after they they came to build a new Mecca, you know, the black stone, when they were building a new one.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Mereka membangun Kaabah kembali dan menaruh batu hitam yang baru ya.
Okay. So the Muhammad here helped him and put it the black stone, help him to get the black stone to rebuild a new Kaaba.
Ya, jadi Muhammad membantu kaum Quraisy ini menaruh batu hitamnya ya. Ini ada cerita Muhammad membantu mereka menaruh batu hitamnya di tempat Kaabah yang baru.
But my question is, why Quraysh will break down the Kaaba and make it a new one?
Pertanyaan dari Brother David adalah mengapa kaum Quraisy meruntuhkan Kaabah, menghancurkannya, kemudian membangunnya kembali? Ada apa?
And then we see after they make it a new Kaaba, they founded a book under ترجم هاي انت بعد ما خربوا كما
Yeah.
ادعوا انه الكعبة القديمة واجوا يبنوا كعبة جديدة تحت الأنقاض، وجدوا كتاب باللغة السريانية.
اوكي، وانت شو قصدك تحت الانقاض؟ يعني تحت الحجر؟
هن مو ادعوا انه انهدموا كعبة واجوا عم يبنوا كعبة. محمد كان عم يساعدهم.
نعم.
تحت هذا الخراب
Yeah.
وجدوا كتاب باللغة السريانية. ليش؟
اوكي خليني اترجم لها هي. Okay, so after they demolished the old Mecca, they were building a new one. So while doing that, while they were demolishing it, they found a book in the Syriac language, in the Aramaic language. Why?
Ya, jadi ketika mereka meruntuhkan Kaabah ini, kemudian hendak membangunnya kembali, ya mereka menemukan di bekas reruntuhan itu sebelum diruntuhkan, itu mereka menemukan kitab berbahasa Syriak Aramaik. Kenapa? Ada kitab Syriak berbahasa Aramaik di bekas reruntuhan Kaabah yang lama.
الآن سنؤكد أنه كان في ذلك المكان الكثير من الكنائس السريانية.
And now I am going to prove to you guys that in that area there were many Syriac churches. Many Syriac churches. There was many of them in that area. He's going to prove that.
Jadi Brother David sekarang akan membuktikan bahwa di daerah tersebut yang mereka sebut katanya Mekah, ya Kaabah yang ada di Mekah, ini terdapat banyak gereja-gereja Syria.
إذا بنفتح كتاب سيرة ابن هشام السيرة النبوية الجزء الأول والصفحة 181 سنجد
خليني
أنهم
أترجمها هي.
Yes.
لا كمل سنتس تبعك وبعدين بقول له.
اوكي. سنجد ان قريش وجدوا كتابا في ركن في الركن كتابا باللغة السريانية، يعني بالركن يعني بالزاوية تحت الأنقاض تحت الحجر.
Okay. So in this book بس إسعاد خليني أقرأ اسمه. This book is called Kitab Ibn Hisham, Sira Ibn Hisham. That's the name of the book. And it's on chapter 1, صح?
نعم.
Chapter 1, page 181. So right here, the Quraysh, it says that the Quraysh, they found, under the rocks and muds there in the corner, they found a book in a Syriac language, a book in Aramaic language.
Ini adalah Sirah Nabawiyah oleh Ibn Hisham, ya, volume 1, halaman 181. Ya, dikatakan di sini diceritakan orang-orang Quraisy itu menemukan di bawah reruntuhan batu-batu dan lumpur di bekas Kaabah itu, di sebelah pojok, di pojoknya itu terdapat kitab berbahasa Syria Aramaik.
Okay. So إذا نذهب الآن لتفسير أيضا كتاب ثاني لنؤكد الخبر، تفسير أو خليني أخذ بوينت ثاني، آخر بوينت، البوينت اللي بيأكد أنها كانت كنيسة. إذا نروح لتفسير ابن أبي حاتم ولماذا قرر أبرهة الحبشي هدم الكعبة سنجد السبب.
Okay, so if we go to the book, it's called the book Tafsir Ibn Abi Hatim. It's gonna show us another detail, another proof. Okay, how that the Mecca, why they demolished it.
لماذا أبرهة الحبشي يريد أن يهدم الكعبة الحديثة اللي بنيت حديثا؟
Why do they wanna destroy the old one and build a new one? So there's going to be another proof to why they're doing that.
Ya, ini kita tampilkan bukti lain dari Brother David, namanya Kitab Tafsir Ibn Abu Hatim, ya. Tadi volume 10 halaman 164 ya, volume 10. Oh sorry, halaman 464 ya. Nanti link-linknya nanti bisa Anda we give the link to the audience brother in the chat so they can check the sources for themselves. Ya, ini Brother David akan menunjukkan bukti-bukti lagi ya, mengapa kaum Quraisy itu mau meruntuhkan Kaabah yang lama. Apa sebabnya mereka meruntuhkan Kaabah yang lama dan membangunnya kembali? Kita baca dari kitab ini.
إذا نقرأ حديث رقم 19481 عن السبب الذي جعل إبرهة الحبشي ملك اليمن أن يأتي ليهدم الكعبة بسبب أنهم طردوا ابنته من كنيسة وسلبوها أمواله من كنيسة نجران التي كانت بقرب كنيسة مكة.
اوكي، وهي وين صايرة؟ اي حديث؟
نجران، كنيسة نجران بقرب كنيسة مكة.
لا اي حديث، اي رقم من الحديث، اي صفحة؟
في تفسير ابن أبي حاتم.
اوكي، و chapter 10
verse number 60.
Okay, chapter 10 and the verse 164. It says right here, هذا شو اسمه؟
إبرهة الحبشي. لماذا قرر إبرهة الحبشي هدم الكعبة الجديدة؟
Why did Ibrahim al-Habashi decided to destroy the old Mecca? وانت عم تقول هلا لأنه
لأنهم كانوا العرب يهجمون على الكنائس ويخربوها.
Brother David, what is Ibrahim al-Habasi? What is Ibrahim al-Habasi?
شو اسمه هذا الملك؟
إبرهة الحبشي.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Is that a name? Is that name?
That's the name of a king.
Yes.
Name is Ibrahim al-Kharashi.
Abraha, king.
Abraha is before king of Yemen. So why?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just there. Told me why Abraha came to broke down the new Kaaba when the Quraysh did it with Muhammad. Why? Because there in Mecca, the Quraysh, they came and took it, his daughter's stuff, and kicked him out the church, and they burglared everything inside the church.
Okay.
You got it?
Okay, jadi I got it, brother. Jadi ini kisah mengenai Raja Abraha, ya, Raja Abraha yang dari Yemen, ya, Raja Abraha. Ini ada di dalam kitab Tafsir Ibn Abi Hatim, volume 10, halaman 464. Anda bisa cek, nanti kita kasih linknya, ya. Dikatakan di sini kenapa Abraha, ya, Raja Yemen ini mau menghancurkan Kaabah yang baru dibangun oleh kaum Quraisy tadi, ya, karena kaum Quraisy tadi merampas semua perbekalan dan perhiasan daripada anaknya. Ya, ketika anaknya ini berziarah ke gereja, jadi mereka mengusir anak daripada raja putri daripada Raja Abraha ini keluar dari gereja. Dia sedang ada di dalam gereja pada waktu itu, mengusirnya keluar, merampas semua perbekalan dan perhiasan-perhiasannya, ya. Kemudian inilah sebabnya, alasannya mengapa Raja Abraha ini mau menghancurkan Kaabah yang ada di Mekah tersebut.
كانت كنيسة مكة كانت كنيسة للحجيج. مكة كانت كنيسة لحجيج المسيحيين إليها، كانوا يحجوا إليها مثل ما كانوا يحجوا أهل العرب، أهل جزيرة العرب كانوا يحجوا إلى كنيسة مكة. بس ترجم هاي.
يحجوا قصدك بيروحوا يعني مثل زيارة؟
مثل زيارة حج لما بروحوا على الأراضي المقدسة مثله. بس أهل العرب اللي بالجزيرة كانوا يروحوا لكنيسة مكة.
Okay. So the Mecca church, it used to be a place like a holy tourist place that all the Christians and even the Arabs used to visit. It used to be a very known like holy place, church that everybody used to visit there.
Ya, jadi tadi saya ada kelupaan terjemahan, ya, teman-teman. Jadi ketika tadi mereka merampas perbekalan putri Raja Abraha ini, mereka juga merampok gereja. Jadi gerejanya diambil gitu, ya, gereja-gereja yang ada di di situ ketika putri Raja Abraha ini sedang berziarah. Jadi pada waktu itu gereja yang ada di Mekah ini merupakan satu tempat yang terkenal. Jadi banyak para peziarah ke sana, ya. Jadi merupakan satu tempat lokasi di mana cukup terkenal pada waktu itu gereja di Mekah ini. Kemudian banyak orang berziarah ke sana, termasuk putri Raja Abraha.
الآن سنأتي إلى وصف كنيسة مكة كيف كانت وماذا كان خارجها وبقرب بيت من.
So right now we're going to talk about how the Mecca church looked like and where it was located, what was outside of it, and whose house was it nearby, close to.
في كتاب أخبار مكة للأزرقي.
And the book called أخبار مكة الأزرقي.
خلي الترجم هاي مشان ناخذ الحديث. So you can translate this point, sister, after we can talk about the hadith.
Ya, ini adalah kitab Akhbar Makkah oleh Al-Azraqi. Ini volume 2 halaman 101 ya. Kita akan lihat apa yang ditulis di dalam kitab Akhbar Makkah ini.
So بس خليني ترجمة. So basically here is he's going to show us what was outside of the Mecca church. How did it look? What was outside of it? Okay, how did it look from outside? And whose house was near it? Whose house was near it? That's what he's going to show us. So if you can translate that.
Ya, jadi ini menceritakan mengenai seperti apa dulunya Kaabah yang ada di Mekah itu dan rumah siapa yang ada di dekat Kaabah yang ada di Mekah itu.
Okay, so ناخذ الجزء الثاني والصفحة 101. سنجد
Chapter 2, page 4.
Yes. على حوض مكة الذي كان يستخدم لصنع الخمر من أجل الحجيج وليس زمزم ماء زمزم بل حوض زمزم كان لصنع الخمر للحجيج مثل التناول حين نتناول في الكنيسة النبيذ يوم الأحد. ترجم لون هاي.
ترجمة brother.
سنحريب. Okay.
أي حوض
so there...
أنت حتى ترجمة.
نعم. Okay, now we will talk about.
أي حوض. إيش الحوض قصدك؟
Okay, so we will talk about the Zamzam, what was before the Muslim created to Zamzam water. Is not Zamzam water, is before outside the church they're doing this Zamzam to make it when we in Sunday when we drink ترجم هاي التناول من أجل التناول ومن أجل الحجيج اللي عشان الناس اللي بتحج تشرب منه هذا النبيذ. عم تسمعني؟
Yeah, I think the Zamzam well before was in the Kaaba and Mecca. There was a tube, right? A big tube. That was used to make a drink for a Holy Communion on Sunday. Is that right, brother?
God bless you. Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so I translate myself to Indonesia.
But it's not to. It's
I
just
translate myself to Indonesia. Okay, jadi sebelumnya di dalam kitab Akhbar Mekah ini, Anda bisa buka linknya ya teman-teman, ada linknya di situ kalau Anda bisa bahasa Arab ya. Nah, di situ tadinya diceritakan di sini bahwa sebelum sumur Zamzam yang ada sekarang ini, sebelum jadi sumur Zamzam itu tadinya ada bar di situ, dan bak ini ada tempat pembuatan minuman anggur yang digunakan untuk perjamuan pada waktu hari Minggu.
Okay, and here we read it. يستقى منها الماء. We read it and then this Zamzam we can see Kanisa, the church beside Abdullah ibn Abbas house.
Ya, jadi dekat dari tempat bak pembuatan ya anggur perjamuan kudus di gereja itu sebelahnya ada gereja di belakang. Kemudian ini sebelah dengan rumah Abdullah ibn Abbas.
And we can see inside it أنت ترجم هاي 3 قبب.
Yeah.
عليها 3 قبب من عاج، حجر العاج، وداخلها غيرت بالفسيفساء وداخلها أصفر.
حجر. كيف حجر؟ حجر.
حجر عاج، حجر نفيس غالي الثمن.
Okay, so the church had 3 like golden stones on top, and inside of it, it's like a yellow. The color inside the church is like a yellowish, goldish.
فسيفساء. فسيفساء. You know فسيفساء? I don't know.
شو هاي
فسيفساء؟ هاي الزخرفة اللي بتنحط جوا القصور، زخرفة فسيفسائية، زخرفة عظيمة. كان مزخرف هاي الزخرفة.
يعني كيف يعني مثل يعني ساين كيف يعني قصدك؟
ما بتشوف انت بجوا عرش الملك بيكون مزخرف زخرفة هيك بالقصور بالقلاع، داخل القلاع. هاي زخرفة اسمها فسيفساء.
يعني قصدك يعني ديزاين هيك يعني.
نعم.
So the Mecca church it had like a very beautiful design inside, like a pattern design that was beautiful. That's what he's trying to say.
Ya, jadi ini berusaha menggambarkan seperti apa bentuk tadinya kanisa atau gereja yang ada di Mekah tersebut. Jadi katakan ada 3 kubah itu dari emas, di situ di atasnya kubah kecil ya dari emas, kemudian dalamnya bagian dalamnya juga keemas-emasan ya. Jadi dihiasi dengan sangat bagus. Di sini dikatakan bentuk gerejanya itu sangat-sangat indah dan sangat bagus, dihiasi dengan berbagai macam batu-batu pualam di situ. Okay, go on, brother.
And this point also we see it to another book also same كتاب أخبار مكة للفاكهاني. We read it same thing in this book also.
Ya, ini kitab Akhbar Mekah ya oleh Al-Fakihani tadi juga sama diceritakan tentang bentuk gereja yang ada di Mekah. Ini volume 2 halaman 78. But I want to make sure because we have Muslims audience here. They said that this is all a lie, but I want to make sure that all these books are written by Muslims, right? All these books, all the sources.
So David عم تسألك هدول الكتب هدول اللي عم تطلعهم انت هدول
كتب إسلامية 100% لعلماء مسلمين.
These books are written by Islamic scholars, Muslim scholars, 100%.
Ya, jadi semua kitab-kitab yang kita sebutkan di sini dan kita berikan linknya itu ditulis oleh ulama-ulama Muslim Islam, ya.
If we read it here in the فهرس الكتاب باب ما جاء في فضل زمزم صفة ما كان عليه وحجرته وحوضه في خلافة المعتصم. إذا كتاب إسلامي 100% يتكلم عن تاريخ مكة.
Yeah, this book is 100% written by Islamic scholars. It's talking about the history of Mecca. The history of the Black Stone.
Ya, jadi kitab ini ditulis oleh ulama-ulama Islam ya, dan ini menceritakan mengenai sejarah Mekah dan Batu Hitam.
أيضا إذا منشوف في كتاب آخر نفس الكتاب أخبار مكة بالجزء الثاني والصفحة 106 نفس الكتاب بنقرأ بالتفصيل كيف بنيت مثلا وجعلها وفوق الكنيسة 3 قباب صغار وألبس ذلك كله بالفسيفساء. هاي الزخرفة اللي قلنا عليها.
So there's another book in the same book in chapter 2. صح? Chapter 2
Yes.
and page
Same book,
106.
chapter 2, page number 106. كمل هاي.
So right here, it's also talking about how the Mecca looked like. You know how we were talking about the design, the special design that it had from the inside, and how they had the 3 rocks on the church. The 3 like symbol rocks.
The 3 rock, you mean stones?
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
like
no,
stones.
not rock, not
Like
rock. قباب
حجر.
قباب هاي القبة اللي فوق الكنيسة يا زلمة. شو دخلها هاي
It is a dome on the top of the church. It is a dome on the top
Yes.
of the church.
Yes.
Ya.
3 domes.
Oke, jadi 3 domes ya. Oke, jadi di sini diceritakan dalam buku yang sama Akhbar Mekah ini ya, tadi volume 2 halaman 101 tadi dikatakan bahwa diceritakan bagaimana indahnya gereja yang ada di Mekah ini, di mana ada 3 kubah kecil di atas gereja tersebut. Is this 3 domes presented the Trinity? Do you think?
I don't know. Maybe yes. Maybe.
Ya mungkin 3 kubah kecil ini mempresentasikan Trinitas ya. Kita nggak tahu kenapa harus ada 3 kubah di atas gereja tersebut. Okay, brother, go on.
Like we read it in the books, and also after that, the Abraha al-Habashi, he make it a new church in the Yemen, and he talked with his king in the Habasha. He told him, I created a new church, nothing like this church in the world, just only to be happy because the church in the Mecca is broke down.
Ya, kemudian diceritakan juga ya bahwa raja-raja bawahan daripada Raja Abraha ini yang ada di Yemen itu membangunkan Raja Abraha sebuah gereja yang sangat indah di Yemen ya katanya. Karena mereka mengatakan tidak ada gereja yang seindah ini ya, karena mereka untuk membuat hati Raja Abraha ini senang karena mereka telah menghancurkan gereja yang ada di Mekah.
Yes. And now we can know there in this area, before this black stone Kaaba, there is a church, and also the Quraysh, he took everything from another church. The name is Kanisat Najran. Another church, they took the stuff from it, and they did like he broke down. If we now going to Saudi Arabia and we're looking around the Najran church also, we didn't found it.
Ya, jadi di sini diceritakan ketika mereka membangun Kaabah yang baru dan meletakkan batu hitam itu, mereka juga mengambil semua, ya menjarah semua yang ada di gereja yang di Najran. Jadi kalau Anda sekarang ke Saudi Arabia juga kalian tidak akan menemukan gereja yang di Najran ini.
So now my question is, why we founded the book by Syrianic language under this Kaaba after breakdown, and why Muhammad, before he said I am a prophet, why he helped him, and why Muhammad asked Zayd to translate the book, don't needed anybody to see it from Syrianic to Arabic, and a lot of a question we have about this point.
Ya, jadi Brother David mempunyai banyak pertanyaan ya tentang hal ini ya. Mengapa mereka menemukan buku berbahasa Syria Aramaik di dalam reruntuhan Kaabah yang sebelumnya dibangun oleh Quraisy? Yang kedua adalah kenapa Muhammad membantu membangun Kaabah ini dengan meletakkan batu hitam di dalam Kaabah yang baru ini? Jadi dia membantu kaum Quraisy ini ya. Kemudian juga mengapa Muhammad menerima banyak sekali kitab-kitab berbahasa Syria Aramaik yang dia tidak mau orang lain membacanya, dan dia menyuruh Said bin Thabit untuk belajar bahasa Syria dan Ibrani untuk menerjemahkan kitab-kitab tersebut.
And also we have a question about if Abraha al-Habashi coming to break down the Kaaba, why he wanna break down the Kaaba?
Ya, kita juga mempunyai pertanyaan kenapa Raja Abraha mau menghancurkan Kaabah yang ada di Mekah.
If we search about this point, we can found Abraha al-Habashi. He is a king. He is a Christian king in Yemen.
Kalau kita membaca dari sini, Raja Abraha Habashi ini adalah seorang raja di Yemen.
And his daughter, his visit this church. His daughter, she visit this church, and the Arabic Quraysh at that moment, they took his daughter out and take everything with her, like you know, gold stuff. They taking everything from her and hit her and took everything from the church.
Jadi ketika putri Raja Abraha, make sure is her name Aksum, like you said before.
Aksum,
Abraha's
yes, Aksum
daughter.
bin Sabah.
Ya, Aksum.
bin Sabah al-Humairi kharaja hajjan.
Ya, ini namanya ya.
Ibn Ibnatu. Yeah. Ibn Ibnatu. He is Aksum. She is daughter of his son.
Oh, so the granddaughter of Abraha.
Yes.
Jadi Aksum ini adalah, bukan anak, tapi cucu daripada Raja Abraha, anak daripada putranya Abraha. Jadi cucunya Raja Abraha, namanya Putri Aksum ya. Kemudian Putri Aksum ini ketika dia pergi ke gereja yang ada di Mekah, kemudian ke gereja yang ada di Najran, pada waktu itu dia dirampok, teman-teman, dirampok, diambil semua perbekalannya, semua perhiasannya, dijarah habis gitu ya. Dan juga di dalam gereja itu, apa yang ada di dalam gereja di Najran itu juga dirampok habis oleh orang-orang kaum Quraisy.
Yes. For that Abraha al-Habasha came to break down this Kaaba because was before as a church, and they hating his son of daughter. His daughter of son, and take everything
Granddaughter,
from her.
brother.
Granddaughter. Okay. So yeah. You see my English?
Son of the granddaughter. Ya, jadi kenapa itu kita bisa melihat motivasinya. Kenapa pada waktu Abraha ingin menghancurkan Mekah pada waktu itu? Ternyata motivasinya adalah karena pada waktu cucunya Putri Aksum ini pergi ke gereja di Mekah berziarah, kemudian dia ziarah juga ke gereja di Najran, pada waktu itu dirampok di sana, dihabisi perbekalannya, sehingga Raja Abraha ini dengan marah dia pengen membalas dendam, menghancurkan Kaabah yang ada di Mekah pada waktu itu.
Yes, that's all. And anybody he asking about anything, we are ready to forward it, the link of books, and we are just here to clarify the history and just we prove it the truth.
Ya, jadi kalau ada yang ingin bertanya, kita boleh sih, do you give the link to the audience or?
Okay, for example.
Okay, I will do that. But right now we don't have enough room though. Maybe somebody from here.
Yeah, just questions from the room, because I think we have full.
I will send it in a private here.
Yes, brother. Okay, jadi kalau ada yang mau jadi kalau ada yang mau bertanya, teman-teman, kita di sini untuk mengklarifikasi sejarah ya. Jadi ini yang kita baca tadi adalah dari kitab-kitab Islam sendiri. I want to ask you, brother David.
Yes.
Is this Mecca is in the location is in the Mecca right now, or do you think it is in like Petra, Jordan? What do you think? Where is the real Mecca?
Okay, the real Mecca is in Petra in Jordan.
Ya, jadi Mekah yang orisinil atau yang aslinya itu ada di Petra, Jordan.
Yes, but there is the church. There has to be church before the Quraysh Arab breakdown.
Ya, jadi ada gereja-gereja di situ ya sebelum dihancurkan oleh orang-orang Quraisy. I think all the evidence that we have, like Dan Gibson theories about the Qibla, like 100 years, 200 years, all the
Yes,
Qibla
because
of the mosque
yes,
pointing
yes,
to Petra, Jordan, and then we found also like in the Quran mentioned Alat, Al-Uzza, Manat. They are all the idols in the Petra, Jordan. We also find all the cubes and all fits in Petra, Jordan, and doesn't fit in Mecca right now.
yes. God bless you, brother San Harib. I know you have a job now, so I appreciate it. You translated. Thank you, brother San Harib.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank
No
you, Brother
problem.
Sahar.
God bless you guys. God bless everyone. I hope you have an amazing day, everybody.
You too, brother.
Yes,
God bless you.
we're not done yet, brother. We're not done yet. We'll still have a question and answer. Ya, jadi ini cocok dengan teori Dan Gibson bahwa 100-200 tahun pertama ya kiblat semua masjid itu mengarahnya ke Petra Jordan. Dan kalau kita lihat daripada geografinya, ciri-ciri Mekah ini cocok sekali dengan apa yang ada di Petra Jordan dan tidak cocok dengan Mekah yang ada sekarang ini. Dan Brother David tadi mengkonfirmasi the original Mekah atau Mekah aslinya itu harusnya lebih north ya, lebih ke utara, ke arah Petra Jordan, di dekat situ teman-teman. And also we find inscription of Abraha, brother. We find 3 inscription of Abraha, and his attack on Mecca is towards north, like you said before. I think is fit in Medina or in Petra, Jordan.
Is a Petra Jordan. There is everybody at that moment. They're following the Petra Jordan, Mecca. Because there before, if we open it Kitab al-Asnam لجواد علي, or if we open it كتاب المفصل في التاريخ لجواد علي, we can see we have almost a 12 Kaaba at that time in this area.
You must write in the chat, brother. What kitab?
كتاب الأصنام or كتاب تاريخ المفصل.
Can you write in the chat, brother? Tariq,
okay, I will write it down by Arabic. Is my mother language,
yeah.
you know? Kitab.
Don't write it by Arabic, brother.
The
write in Latin.
Idols. Kitab, idols we called in English. Kitab, idols.
Yeah, idols.
Al-Asnam. Kitab al-Asnam.
Kitab berhala-berhala, ya.
Qabla al-Islam.
Ya, kita berhala-berhala sebelum zaman Islam ya. Di situ dikatakan ada sekitar banyak ya 21 Kaabah.
Di tarikh li Jawad Ali.
Brother, if you write in Arabic, I still cannot read it.
Okay. So let me found it. The kitab name is Al-Mifsal fi Tarikh.
I have to copy paste that.
Yes, because Arabic book, you know.
Yeah, I know, but I cannot spell it.
It's okay. It's on the record and in YouTube anyway, so people can repeat it again.
Ya, jadi Brother David biasanya ada bahasa Arab ya teman-teman ya, jadi kita agak sedikit kesulitan ini untuk ininya ya bacanya.
Okay.
And if we read Kitab al-Arab fi Jahiliyah.
Ya, Al-Arab, jadi Arab zaman jahiliyah ya, dan juga kitab-kitab berhala sebelum zaman Islam ada di kitab-kitab itu disebutkan bahwa ada banyak sekali Kaabah di Mekah, ada sekitar 21 Kaabah yang ada di Mekah. Sorry, di semenanjung Arab, in Arab Peninsula.
We will see a lot
please
of
do not show that.
So we can see a lot of Kaaba in that area.
In the north of Arabic Peninsula.
Yes.
Ya, jadi di daerah utara, daerah semenanjung utara itu termasuk di Petra Jordan. Sampai sekarang kita juga masih menemukan ada sisa-sisa ya. Kaabah tuh banyak sekali Kaabah di sana, teman-teman ya.
If we see how can the Muslim people doing in Kaaba same the Arab Jahiliyyah doing is not different.
Jadi apa yang dilakukan oleh orang-orang Muslim sekarang tidak berbeda dengan apa yang orang-orang Arab zaman jahiliyah lakukan ya di seputar Kaabah, ya ritual yang mereka lakukan di Kaabah tersebut. Brother, what about the story that there are many idols around the Kaabah and then?
So this is another topic, because if we talk about it, a lot of time needed.
Oh, oke. Itu topiknya lain kali ya.
Yes.
Tetapi bahwa dari sini ya bahwa kita di sini membacakan dari kitab-kitab sumber-sumber Islam sendiri ya, bahwa ada gereja di Mekah di sekitar Petra Jordan pada waktu itu, dan itu dihancurkan oleh kaum Quraisy juga. Jadi ada banyak Kaabah di situ ya, teman-teman ya.
And we prove it Muhammad, he was worshiping the idols before and after be prophet.
Ya, dan nanti kita juga akan membuktikan bahwa Muhammad itu menyembah berhala sebelum dan sesudah dia menjadi nabi.
We have a lot of proof from the Quran and from the tafsir also, not just only from Islamic book.
Ya, kita mempunyai banyak bukti-bukti, bukan hanya dari Quran, tapi dari kitab-kitab tafsir dan kitab-kitab Islam juga, bukan hanya dari kitab-kitab Islam saja. Sumbernya banyak sekali.
Okay, right now we're inviting the viewers if anybody wants to ask a question, but the question has to be in the topic. Jadi teman-teman silakan yang ada di Indonesia kalau mau bertanya, itu saya sudah kasih linknya. Tolong pertanyaannya di seputar topik ini ya, tidak keluar dari topik. Thank you.
Any question?
Ya, mungkin yang ada di stream lihat dulu aja, yang mau bertanya silakan.
Lilo Apologetics and Moses.
Ada yang mau ditanyakan berkaitan dengan topik?
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening. Actually, I don't have any question. Maybe I will just stay at the back to give some opportunity to the Muslim apologete or our brother Muslim and sister, so that they were able to asking any question from you. Before that, I would just want to thanks to my teacher Sophia to give the link, and also God bless you, teacher, and also to Mom Lynn. God bless you guys. Maybe I will just stay at back. Step at that.
Yes. This brother is from Philippines, brother David. So
yeah, God bless
he's doing
you,
apologetic to the
Okay,
Philippines people. Yeah, thank
we
you.
have here Ali Bedat. Ali Bedat, have a question? Go ahead, unmute your mic. Ali Bedat.
Ya, Ali Bedat, ada punya pertanyaan? Halo.
I think he here
Brother
to
David, I want.
on.
Yeah, I want to ask you something about this related topic, because before this we have Brother Hussein Al-Iraqi also mentioned about the original of Al-Fatiha and the original of Quran was Syriac Orthodox prayer, and was
Yes.
they took
In Syrianic or Aramic language, we said Bism Eloho Rahmano Rahimo. Muhammad, he took it from Syrianic language and put it in the Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim.
Ya, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ini sudah dalam bahasa Syriak ya, di dalam gereja Ortodoks Syria yang tadi Brother David katakan, dan ini masuk ke dalam Islam ya, ke dalam Quran ya, Bismillah ini ya.
And
so
he took it a lot of stuff from the Holy Bible also. Like for example, the story of Yusuf from the book, from the Holy Bible.
Right, almost all the 100%. Stories.
Yes.
From the Bible.
Not all, but a lot.
A lot, ya. Jadi tidak semua cerita di dalam Quran diambil dari Alkitab, tapi banyak cerita dalam Quran itu diambil dari Alkitab. But brother, why is the story in the Quran is different from the Bible? I mean, they have the same prophets' names. I mean, like 24 out of 25 prophets, they are claim it is the prophets in the Bible, but the story is not exactly the same. Why, brother? What do you think?
If he took it 100% same, everybody kind of knows what you. They cannot see it. Muhammad is liar because he copy paste.
Jadi mengkopinya nggak sama ya, kata Brother David tadi ya, karena ceritanya bisa berubah di dalam Quran. Brother, the first time in your presentation you mentioned, what is the reason for you to become a Christian? Did you see this connection? You said before you see the connection between the Arabic, the Quranic Arabic and the Syriac, and then the Aramaic.
No, not just only for this point, for everything about Islam, for Sharia law, for the Quran, for however Allah, who is Allah, and what He asking for to do, and what He created the people, everything about the Islam, they make me like a crazy to be atheist. But when I didn't open it my mind before, I teach the people, I told the people a story about the Quran to believe, you know, when I was Salafi Dawah. But when
how long have you been a preacher in Salafi Dawah? How long? How many years?
Before 10 years ago, I do Dawah almost 4 years.
Wow. Oh, jadi Brother David sebelumnya berdakwah ya, dia seorang dai Islam selama 4 tahun. Dia berkhotbah pada orang untuk percaya kepada Quran, percaya kepada Islam. Kemudian yang membuat dia menjadi seorang ateis, meninggalkan Islam atau murtad dari Islam karena Quran itu sendiri, karena ajarannya dan karena syariat, hukum-hukum syariat, apa yang Islam suruh orang-orang untuk lakukan. Sehingga sebelumnya dia tidak terbuka, katanya matanya nggak terbuka, dia nggak bisa melihat hal itu, ya. Dia ikuti saja, ya. Kemudian dia mendakwahkan kepada orang-orang selama 4 tahun. Kemudian dia jadi ateis, jadi seorang ateis ya, karena dia ya mungkin sudah membuka diri. Okay, brother, go on.
Okay, hold on, Sophie. Tadi ada pertanyaan menarik ya dari Sophie, teman-teman. Kenapa banyak di Quran itu kisah-kisah nabi-nabi, nama-namanya sama, tapi kenapa ceritanya berbeda? Ya, lalu jawaban dari Brother David itu bilang, kalau semuanya itu cerita-cerita nabi-nabi itu semuanya sama, diambil dari Alkitab atau dari Bible, ya, maka akan ketahuan kalau itu adalah contekan. Jadi mereka hanya ambil sedikit lalu ditambah yang banyak, begitu.
If you give me just 2 minutes to clarify the point when we talk why I left Islam, because you asked me,
yes.
I need to everybody to knows what the problem is and why the Muslim people still Muslims. So I will clarify this point. Just only I maybe take it 1 or 1.5 minute only about this point. Why I left Islam.
Jadi jadi Brother David mau menceritakan kesaksiannya mengapa dia meninggalkan Islam. Jadi dia mau memperjelas alasan ya mengapa dia meninggalkan Islam bagi orang-orang Muslim di sana yang masih percaya kepada Islam. Go on, brother.
Okay, we are in Muslim. We are all Muslim, scared to understand, no ask, not allowed to ask, because when you ask, you be a kafir.
Ya, jadi kita sebagai Muslim, kata Brother David, kita itu takut untuk bertanya atau takut untuk kritis ya, bersikap kritis mempertanyakan sesuatu. Karena ketika kita bertanya, kita dianggap sebagai kafir.
Quran says, "Qul la tas'aluna an umurin an tabda lakum tisikum," which means don't ask about anything. You have to just follow whatever you read. Don't ask. In Quran,
ya, jadi Quran
I will give you the chapter and the verse.
Ya, you can show on the screen, brother. Jadi di dalam ayat di dalam Quran menyatakan, ya, kamu jangan bertanya tentang apapun juga, ya. Kamu percaya aja, ya, percaya buta artinya ya. Nggak usah tanya apapun juga kata Quran. Yaitu ada ayat di dalam Quran.
I will open it from my side to see قل تسألون
Okay.
عن
Yeah, also
أمور.
that. Yeah, also that in the nation Muslims, brother, just listen and obey. So don't ask any question. Ya, itu juga berlaku di Indonesia ya, teman-teman ya. Dengar dan taati aja, gitu. Nggak usah banyak tanya katanya.
I will share my screen.
Bu Lindsay?
Yes, hold on. I'm checking.
Okay, so let's go here. Surah Al-Isra.
Ini adalah surah Al-Isra.
No, not this. Where is it? Not this.
Okay, salah ayatnya ya.
تسألون عن أمور. Okay, this. Allah here says, don't ask me whatever I did criminal in Sabah 25. I'm not a criminal, how I did criminal stuff on you. And I never ask you what you did and then the day. And then the world, when we stay in front of the God, and the God, you see what we do, go to hell or go to heaven. You know that day, Yawm al-Qiyamah?
Yes.
Okay. Allah here says, don't ask me what I did, like bad stuff, and I never ask you what you're doing. And
ya,
Surah
jadi di sini juga.
Ya.
Surah what, brother? Surah what?
Surah Sabah, verse 25.
Surat Sabah. Ayat 25 ya.
Chapter 34.
Surah 34.
Chapter 34.
Surah Sabah.
Yes.
Ya, chapter 34. Surah 34 ayat yang ke 25 ya, teman-teman baca di situ. Itu dikatakan ya, kamu tidak akan diminta tanggung jawab atas apa yang kami kerjakan, dan kami juga tidak akan diminta tanggung jawab atas apa yang kamu kerjakan. Jadi Allah di sini tuh ngomong, kamu nggak boleh tanya ya, kamu tuh mau dimasukin neraka apa surga ya pada hari kiamat nanti, itu bukan urusanmu ya. Dan itu adalah maksudnya tanggung jawab kami gitu ya. Jadi kamu nggak usah banyak tanya ya, itu apapun yang Allah lakukan ya, itu sudah ketentuan daripada Allah. Jadi kamu nggak usah banyak tanya gitu ya. Okay, brother.
And also Surah Al-Ma'idah.
Okay.
Chapter 5.
Surah Surah Al-Maidah, surah kelima.
Chapter 5, verse 101. Allah said
ayat
here,
101. Ayat 101.
Don't ask about anything is gonna be bad for you.
Surah Al-Maidah ya, surah kelima ayat 101 dikatakan, jangan kamu bertanya ya, karena nanti kamu kalau diterangin nanti malah akan menyusahkan kamu, atau nanti terjadi hal yang buruk padamu, kata gitu ya.
Yeah, for that we are Muslim people always scared to understanding, scared to ask, for didn't go to hell. This point. But when I opened my mind to understand, when I see all the community terrorists following Muhammad and Sharia killed my people, and I see the Sharia law under physically on the ground, at that time I thinking in my mind, oh, where is God? Do you think that God asked me to kill people to love me? Is that not God? I be atheist.
Ya, jadi ketika Brother David pada waktu itu juga sama ya, dia nggak banyak bertanya, ikuti saja, ya percaya saja, ya. Kemudian Brother David pada waktu itu dia melihat langsung ya bagaimana orang-orang ini membunuh, para teroris ini membunuh, dan dia secara langsung melihat di lapangan bagaimana syariah law ini atau hukum syariat ini diterapkan. Kemudian dia mulai membuka hatinya pada waktu itu. Ya, dia mulai membuka hatinya, di mana Tuhan? Apakah ini perintah Tuhan untuk membunuh dan untuk melakukan hal-hal yang seperti ini ya yang ada di dalam syariat? What do you see that makes you think that the Sharia law is bad? Is it the killing or the beheading of the people? So you see the killing of the people.
Yeah, Sharia law asked you because they taken Sharia law from the Quran and Hadith. Sharia law said you have to kill. For example, if we open it, Surah At-Tawbah, verse number 5. Let me open it and share the screen to know why I'm talking like that. So
ya, jadi hukum syariah itu diambil persis dari Quran dan dari hadis. Ya.
At-Tawbah, chapter 9, verse number 5. Let me share the screen.
Hold on, I think it's kind of full. Let me remove some of the people first. Okay, I'm sorry, people. I have to remove some people. Okay, because we don't have enough space. Okay.
Okay, let me share the screen. And there is chapter 9, verse number 5.
Surah At-Taubah, surah ke-9.
Allah here in number 5 asked, when the 5 months passed, go to kill the mushrikeen.
Wow. Dikatakan
Anywhere
di situ,
you found it. Anywhere.
But they said this is in the war, brother. What do you think?
Until there be Muslim. You have to kill until be Muslims.
But they said it's only they do this only in the war.
No. They said go. فَاقْتُلُوا الْمُشْرِكِينَ حَيْثُ وَجَدْتُمُوهُم. Wherever you found it, capture them and kill them. Wherever you found it.
Ya, jadi di sini dikatakan bukan hanya dalam peperangan ya, surah At-Taubah ayat 5 dikatakan apabila telah habis bulan-bulan haram, maka pergi perangilah dan bunuh orang-orang musyrik. Well, I understand you, okay, brother. Maka perangilah, bunuh orang-orang musyrik di mana saja kamu temui, tangkap mereka sampai mereka menjadi Muslim. So there is a force by sword to convert you to Islam.
Yes.
Ya, jadi ada pemaksaan untuk masuk dalam Islam dengan pedang, ya.
A lot, everything. Look here.
Ya, ini karena Brother David ini tadinya adalah dai. Jadi you are an ustaz ya, brother.
See, if you read it this.
Yeah, but when the forbidden months are past, yeah, it's the same in Indonesian.
That's a Ramadan, right?
Yeah, after the Ramadan, is that right?
Yes, after 4 months, because 4 months in Islam is haram.
4 months.
Ramadan,
4 months,
Shaban,
okay.
You know.
Yeah.
After 4 months passed, go wherever you found it. See here. Wherever you found them, capture them, and besiege them. Until where? Until where? When they start a prayer like a Muslim and give it zakat, that time let them alone.
Okay.
See? Indeed, Allah forgiving. So, yes. So, a lot of point in Islam, because we scared to open mind and understood what we're reading. But after I see their community people, the army of Islam, killed the people front of my eyes, at that moment, my mind is open. Oh, why?
Yeah.
Why Allah asked me to kill people? Before, just we reading, reading, nice reading. We didn't, We didn't understood 100% what Allah asking me to do. But after I see it in front of my eyes, the people killing people under Allah's name, at that moment, I'm trying to,
Ya, jadi
we
tadinya
have
Brother David itu tidak terbuka ya. Dia hanya, oh ya kita baca aja Quran, kita nggak begitu mengerti ya apa perintahnya ini. Tapi ketika benar-benar ini diterapkan, ya karena syariah, hukum syariah ini diambil langsung dari Quran dan dari hadis. Ketika ini diterapkan dan dia melihat langsung di depan matanya orang saling membunuh di dalam nama Allah, ya orang membunuh di depan matanya, pada waktu itu juga dia terbuka matanya dan dia mengerti, dia membuka hatinya dan dia murtad meninggalkan Islam. Ya memang kalau Anda sudah melihat hal itu di depan mata Anda, udah nggak bisa ngomong lagi ya Bu Lindsay ya.
Yeah.
now
We have
one
some people
question.
question. Yeah, Siahaan, go ahead.
Terima kasih Bu
Oke.
Sepul, Bu Sipiatul, sama Bu Lindsay.
Yeah, go ahead Siahaan.
Oke. Itu kan seringkali mereka menyampaikan bunuh diri jalan ke surga. Coba dijelaskan dulu surah An-Nisa, Quran surat 4 An-Nisa 66 sampai 68 itu, Bu. Kenapa begitu mereka kusuk untuk melakukan hal seperti itu, Bu? Makasih, Bu.
Yeah, Brother Sian wants you to explain Surah An-Nisa verse 68 ya. 68.
Ya, 66 sampai 68 ya.
66 under 68. Surah 4
Let me see it.
66. Ya. Jadi ini kesempatan bagus ya
An-Nisa.
teman-teman, kita belajar
An-Nisa,
langsung
you mean?
daripada dai-nya ini ya. 66 under 68.
Okay, let's see. Surah An-Nisa.
Ya, 66 sampai 68.
Okay.
66
Nisa chapter
until
4,
68.
60. Okay,
Yeah,
66.
66 to 68.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, hold on. Some people I have to
ولو إنا
remove.
كتبنا عليهم أن اقتلوا أنفسكم أو اخرجوا من دياركم ما فعلوه إلا قليل منهم ولو أنهم فعلوا ما يوعظون به لكان خيرا لهم أو أشد تثبيتا وإذا لآتيناهم من لدنا أجرا عظيما ولهديناهم صراطا مستقيما. So what's the point here?
Yang mau
Ya.
ditanyakan apa, Pak Pendeta Siahaan?
Ya, saya
So he
rakyat
said,
biasa, Bu.
Allah said
Poinnya,
here, we didn't ask you to kill yourself, but he asked me to kill another self.
Oke.
Oh, it
Poin
says that kill yourself, brother.
Yeah. Allah says in verse 66, I didn't ask you to kill yourself, intihar. But he asked me to kill the people, however, mushrikeen, not myself. You got it, the point, my sister?
The wrong translation in Indonesia, brother. In Indonesia translation says like kill yourself or get out of your village.
Ya kan di situ kan sebenarnya kenapa harus bunuhlah dirimu?
No. Let me
itu kan itu tentang
let me
this is the wrong. Okay, pasian sebentar.
Let me share the screen. Let me share.
Oh, Indonesian translation doesn't say that, brother. In Indonesian translations, even if we order you, even if Allah command you, to command
kill. Let me translate to you. There, اقتلوا أنفسكم. Now translate. Anybody can translate from Arabic to English. You can see kill yourself. But here in the beginning, if I read it, ولو, if we asked you, لو إنا كتبنا عليك, if we asked you,
we ask you to kill yourself.
And لو, we do not, if we, Allah says, if we write it to you to kill yourself, but he didn't write it me to kill myself. He asked me to kill another people. Do you get it, the point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
they
got
want
it.
Why
they want to kill themselves.
No.
why the Allah was
Wait. You didn't get it,
command to
brother.
kill? Nah, kan
You
kenapa
didn't
harus Allah menyuruh bunuh
Yeah.
diri lah kan? Nah, itu loh Bu.
Brother
Mungkin ini
Sian
maksudnya.
asked why Allah told them to kill themselves. I mean, they will not do it, but why Allah told them to kill themselves?
Because تقتلون أو تقتلون. Allah, what He says? He says, however he wanna go to Jannah,
Yeah.
if kill the people or kill himself, he gonna go to Jannah. تقتلون. There we call in Arabic language al-wala wal-bara. However, for example, if your father is mushrik, you have to kill him. If your son is mushrik, you have to kill him.
Yes. Jadi kalau ayahmu itu seorang musyrik atau anakmu seorang musyrik, kamu wajib membunuh mereka. Ya, kamu bunuh tuh keluargamu tuh ya.
See?
Kecam.
You read it.
Brother, is suicide like we heard a lot about suicide bombing. Is suicide is part of
Let me just prove it one verse first, because
okay.
same as Surah Nisa, the brother gave it to me. If we read it, Al-Baqarah 2, chapter 2, verse 85. ثم أنتم هؤلاء تقتلون أنفسكم. You kill yourself.
Ya, sama di surah Al-Baqarah ayat 85 ya, dikatakan bunuhlah dirimu katanya.
Iya.
وتخرجون فريقا منكم من ديارهم. See?
So suicide is a part of Allah command if they want to do jihad or something.
Yes.
Wow.
Jadi bunuh diri memang bagian daripada perintah Allah ya kalau mereka mau berjihad. So they want to get to Jannah directly.
Ya, kan sekejam itu ke Allah mereka itu menyuruh manusia hanya masuk surga.
Untuk saling membunuh atau untuk bunuh diri.
Iya.
So this command in the Quran is just to kill yourself to get to the heaven, or you kill others to get to the heaven.
Yes.
Sementara mereka bilang agama damai.
Verse 191.
Al-Baqarah. Ya, Al-Baqarah 191. Kita baca Al-Baqarah 191.
Kill him wherever you found him.
Bunuhlah mereka.
But
Be
careful, don't kill him beside the Masjid al-Haram. Kill him another way.
Okay. Ya, tapi jangan dibunuhnya di tempat Masjidil Haram ya. Masjidil Haram tuh nggak boleh untuk penumpahan darah. Oke.
Di dekat-dekat Masjidil Haram nggak boleh.
Brother, I rather confused about the command of God in the Quran to kill yourself or to kill others. That's a very bad.
Wherever you be jihadi, you bombing yourself for to kill the people. Yes.
Ya, itu yang dilakukan para jihadis ya, untuk membunuh dirinya sendiri dan membunuh orang-orang kafir lainnya. Ya, kita berdoa untuk mereka ya.
We have Anas. Anas, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, moderator.
Tapi atur sama Bu Lindsay ya.
Okay.
Terima kasih, Siahaan.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Bu, tak nampak nama kecil. So, shalom, Bro David. Shalom.
Salam Masih.
Okay. So, I'm very this. I think your knowledge for Islam very minimum about at Surah As-Saffat. So I think you can study more about it. For example, he themselves and about like it. Yes, Surah As-Saffat. So about Surah As-Saffat.
As-Saffat?
As-Saffat. Yep.
We don't have Surah As-Saffat, Habibi.
Yes.
Nothing in the Quran. The name is Surah As-Saffat.
Oh, no, Surah As-Saffat. No.
Nothing.
Pronunciation kamu nggak benar.
Okay. So I can ask you about
You ask me to read more, and my knowledge is minimum, and you don't know even the
no
name
no
of
no no
the
no no no.
surah.
Can I no no no. Can I
Oh
can I
my
ask you
God.
now?
Oh my
Brother
So
God.
are you
Anas,
ready
Brother
go to
Anas,
no 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 no.
we haven't
Are
read
you
Surat
ready go to hell
As-Saffat,
and meaning to
brother.
receive a painful punishment? No no. I can ask you. Are you ready
Okay,
go to hell and
which
meaning?
chapter Surah As-Safat?
I remove him. Okay, go ahead, Prince of God. We don't want to waste time in ridiculous things, okay? We have to stay in the topic.
Kita bahkan belum baca surah As-Saffat dan tadi dia salah
Kita
menyebutkan ya
kita
bahasa
nggak
Arabnya
ada
nggak benar.
waktu untuk diskusi
Please,
yang
brothers,
nonsense ya.
sisters,
Tidak di
if
topik.
you don't have a knowledge, don't come. Don't join
Okay.
us, please.
Shalom,
Silakan.
Ya,
shalom.
jadi kalau
Prince of
Anda
God.
Muslim, ya kalau Anda Muslim dan Anda tidak punya pengetahuan, tolong jangan join ke diskusi ini ya, karena ini yang kita panggil adalah seorang dai atau ustaz. Jadi yang jangan malu-maluin Indonesia Raya ya.
Saya mau
Oke,
tanya,
Prince of God, silakan.
apa alasan Allah memerintahkan untuk bunuh diri ketika berjihad?
He wants to ask you, what is the reason of God to ask people to kill themselves to do jihad?
Okay, so let me explain it, clarify a small thing for you. Because the Holy Bible says, the devil always asking you to kill himself or kill the other.
Ya, karena setan itu selalu meminta kamu untuk membunuh dirimu sendiri atau membunuh yang lain. Ya, right. Like the devil tempted Jesus to kill himself, ya, brother.
And also, if we read it, Muhammad Sirah, we can found it, the devil, he used Muhammad from the beginning.
I don't think we can go there, brother.
Okay, don't go there.
Okay,
because
brother,
another. Let me give you another point. Because Allah here is too weak. He looking to somebody to help him.
There you go.
Ya, Allah ini merasa sangat lemah ya, jadi dia memerlukan orang lain untuk membantu Allah, membantu agamanya Allah.
And if we read it Surah Al-Ikhlas, Allahu Samad, which means Allahu Samad. Allahu Samad. As-Samad is a smooth stone. If we read it, for example, I can prove it now. As-Samad is smooth stone, which means Allah is a stone.
Allahus Samad itu dari surat Al-Samad itu artinya batu yang halus ya. Something solid. I think Samad is solid, brother, right?
Jadi artinya Allah itu adalah batu
yang solid.
As-Samad.
Kita lihat apa arti As-Samad.
Al-Hajar. I can give you the link now, and I proved it before. And I did this topic before. As-Samad is a smooth stone. Smooth stone.
From which book it is, brother? The source from which book?
I will prove it. That Ibn Kathir.
Ini dari Ibn Kathir. Ya, ini dari tafsir Ibn Kathir.
The old tafsir, not the new one now.
Ya, ini tafsir yang kuno ya.
Always Muslim people deleted.
Ya, tafsir Ibn Kathir yang terbaru ini kalau Anda nggak bisa bahasa Arab, terjemahan tafsir Ibn Kathir dalam bahasa Inggris pun banyak yang dipotong, ya. Jadi bukan terjemahan yang baru. Anda harus baca ke buku aslinya daripada tafsir Ibn Kathir. Ya, itu derita kita ya, teman-teman yang nggak bisa bahasa Arab ya. Kita baca dari tafsir Ibn Kathir, apa itu arti As-Samad.
Do you have another question here? If you kick out my share screen.
Okay. Any other question? Ali Bidat, Prince of God. Okay, my question to friends: do we have to have Anas again? He's in the studio, but I didn't put him up. So do you think
Yeah,
we
I
give
think
him another
it's not
chance?
in the topic.
Okay,
Yeah, he's not in the topic. He just want to attack Brother David, so I don't think
Okay,
he's gonna
so
learn
we don't
anything.
have time to do that. We're not
Okay.
gonna do that.
See there? Did you see there?
Yeah,
Kitab
I know his
Tafsir
knowledge is
al-Razi.
not worth it for Brother David.
Okay. Tafsir al-Razi, Mafatih al-Ghaib. There
Ini adalah tafsir
in
Ar-Razi,
chapter 32, page 862, Surah
ini volume
Al-Ikhlas.
32, halaman 862, tafsir Al-Razi tentang surah Al-Ikhlas.
Ayat 2.
Ayat yang kedua.
Okay. There, the old people, speakers, scholars language Arabic, old scholars Arabic language, they said, As-Samad huwa al-amlasu min al-hajar. Smooth, let's translate for you. Smooth stone. As-Samad, smooth stone. Let's translate.
Ya, jadi dalam tafsir Ar-Razi tentang surat Al-Ikhlas ayat kedua dikatakan as-samad itu artinya batu hitam yang halus. Ya, akan ditranslate Brother David ke.
So when you say Allah who's samad, that means Allah is the black stone, the black smooth stones.
Yes.
No, there's asbabul nuzul.
And I ask it Muslim. See?
Ya, ini lihat ya, the steadfast is the smoothest of stone. Samad atau al-samad min al-hajar. Jadi artinya batu hitam yang batu yang mulus ya, yang halus ya.
So brother David, so when they pray Allahu Samad, is that means Allah is the smooth stones?
Yes. Why? Because Muhammad says the black stone, when you kiss it, the black stone can forgiving your sins. Hadis as-sahih.
Batu hitam, kalau Anda menciumnya, maka dia bisa menghapus dosamu.
Okay. So that black stone in Mecca is actually Allah himself.
Yes, he is Allah. Let's prove it here in hadith. Okay? Muhammad says, Inna masah al-hajar al-aswad. Touch. Inna masah al-hajar. Touch the black stone. And the rukn al-yamani. Yahattani al-khataya hatta. Which means the black stone, see here, talking about the black stone. Let me find the hadith. And let's go to Durar Saniya. The Durar Saniya in hadith. There you go. Muhammad says, however, you touch the black stone, inna masah al-hajar. There you go. Touch them or kiss the black stone. See there? Hadith. There you go. They're from Mawsu'a al-Islamiyya, from Islamic library.
Ya, ini dari perpustakaan Islam ya. Dikatakan hadis yang mengatakan bahwa barang siapa menyentuh sudut Yamani dan sudut batu Hajar Aswad, dosanya akan dihapuskan.
They can forgiving your sins. So who's thinking if the black stone can forgiving the sin? Just only mushrikin, like people, like before Muhammad came, same. What the difference between Quraysh and Muhammad and Islam?
Ya, apa bedanya Quraisy ya sebelum zaman pra-Islam dengan zaman Muhammad ya, yang bisa berpikir bahwa sebuah batu hitam bisa menghapuskan dosa.
Okay, brother, I have another question.
Hadith is a strong, not weak, strong hadith.
Ya, ini hadisnya sangat sahih ya.
Go ahead, sister. What's your question?
Okay, my question, it can be silly, but I'm serious of this. When we translate that Allah is actually the black stone in Mecca, what's happened if I steal that black stone and move that black stone to my toilet? That means I have Allah in my toilet. Am I correct?
Yes, but in Islam, yes, but in Islam, he don't thinking the God everywhere. No, the God, Allah in Islam is not everywhere. For example, if you ask the Muslim, so the Allah is everywhere, he told you no.
And that's why their Qibla is on Kaaba.
And also, yes, they're always worshiping to Allah through to Kaaba.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. Any other question? Oh, Sister Sophia maybe can translate it.
Yeah, can we back to the topic before? I'm interested. What you haven't said, brother. What did you see in the Quran that makes it connected the Arabic, the Syriac, and Aramaic in the Quran? Is that any Syriac, Aramaic words in the Quran, or what do you think?
Yes, yes. For example, وَفَاكِهَةً أَبَّا. What that mean, فاكهة أبا? Muhammad, he don't know what that mean. And when Umar ibn al-Khattab, he asked him, Muhammad, he fingered him to his, his stomach, and he told him, okay, ask another question.
Oh,
he didn't
so
answer.
there are. Oh, what surah is that, brother? What surah and what ayat?
Let me found it. وَفَاكِهَةً أَبَّا. Let me found it to you for you.
Jadi ada kata-kata yang Muhammad sendiri nggak tahu ya. So is that why in the Quran there is?
Yes, Surah Abbas. Let me found it that chapter. Abbas, AD. Let me open it here from my side.
Okay, surah 80.
Abbas,
ya.
Yeah, here.
Surah Abbas, ya.
AD. There you go. And verse number 31.
Ayat yang ke-31, surah 80, ayat yang ke-31.
This word. وَفَاكِهَةً وَأَبَّا. Abba, this is from Syrianic language.
Oh, kata Abba di sini yang terakhir tuh ya, surah 80 ayat 31 ini dari bahasa Syriak, teman-teman. Ketika who's asking Muhammad Ibn Abbas?
Umar ibn al-Khattab asked Muhammad.
Umar.
Yes, Umar ibn al-Khattab asked Muhammad.
Yeah.
Yes, to understand what that mean, Abba, and Muhammad, he running away. He told him, he punished him from his finger to his stomach, to Umar's stomach. He told him, ask another question.
Ya, jadi ketika Umar bin Al-Khattab menanyakan kepada Muhammad, apa sih artinya Abba ini ya, yang di surah Abasa itu artinya apa gitu. Ketika dia tanya kepada Muhammad nggak mau jawab gitu. Malah dia menghukum Umar bin Al-Khattab ini ya. Jadi dia pergi gitu. Terus Muhammad mengatakan, kamu tanya aja yang lain, jangan tanya itu, katanya. Ya, jadi Muhammad sendiri nggak tahu. So there are unclear Arabic words in the Quran that even an Arab doesn't know the meaning.
Yes.
Ya, jadi ada kata-kata yang tidak jelas dalam bahasa Arab, bahkan orang Arab pun tidak tahu itu artinya apa. Ya, jadi karena ini adalah bahasa Syria, ya teman-teman ya, bahasa Syria.
We have a lot of things, a lot in the Quran. Jannah, which means Jannah. Jannah is not from Arabic. Jannah from Syrianic language.
Oh, Jannah is also from Syriac language.
Yes. And also Rahman. Rahman from Syrianic, Rahmana. And we have Ruh al-Qudus, Ruh al-Qudisha, Ruh Qudisha from Syrianic language. It's not from Arabic. A lot. We have a lot of words in the Quran, Syrianic and Farsi and, Hebrew also, for example, Mikael, Jibrail, Israfil is Hebrew language, not just only Syrianic, because Muhammad, when he asked Zayd ibn Harisa to learn, asked him to learn Syrianic and Hebrew, because
Right.
Muhammad books.
Also Torah and Injil, brother. There's
Yes.
not Arabic word, ya. Jadi ada banyak kata-kata asing, kosa kata asing di dalam Quran ini yang campuran ya, antara bahasa Syria, antara bahasa Ibrani, ada bahasa Ibrani juga di dalam Quran ini. Yeah, that is why when I'm asking Muslims about Surah Al-An'am verse 85 about the name, the meaning of Isa, the meaning of Isa, Yeshua, the meaning of Zakaria, the meaning of Yahya, and the meaning of Elias, they don't know what it means, brother.
Yes.
Because it was stolen. Yeah. Seperti yang kemarin saya sudah katakan, I have a debate with the guy before, Pak Anas, you know, the one who's asking you, brother. And then I'm asking him a simple question. Can you tell me Surah Al-An'am verse 85, what the meaning of Zakaria, Yahya, Isa, and Elias, and he doesn't know. And I said, because you stole from the original book, that is why you don't know what it means.
And there, the Surah Al-Jum'ah, Allahu Akbar, he insulted the Jewish and the Christian, and he said, those like a donkey. Why? In Surah Jum'ah,
62.
Jum'ah 62,
Surah 62.
Surah verse
Ayat,
number 5.
Ayat 5, ya.
5. مثل
ayat yang
الذين
kelima.
حملوا التوراة, those, however, he believed the Torah and do not follow the Torah like the donkey. Why? Does Allah be insulting people, against people?
Ya, ini kenapa Allah, apakah Allah bisa merendahkan orang di sini ya, dikatakan di surah Al-Jumu'ah ayat yang kelima dikatakan perumpamaan orang-orang yang diberi tugas katanya ya membawa Taurat, kemudian mereka tidak mengerti isi kitab itu ya. Itu adalah seperti keledai yang membawa kitab-kitab yang tebal gitu ya.
And I have one verse for you to read it by your language in 69. Like a joking ayah, but seriously, we're talking seriously, you know. If we read it, number 17, chapter 69,
verse surah
17,
surah 69
says,
ayat
yes,
17.
There 8 animals holding Allah in the sky. So I'm asking the Muslim people always, does Allah is heavy like that?
Is that animal or angels, brother?
Animals. And they said angels here. وَالْمَلَكُ عَلَى أَرْجِهَا. The angels beside that. But the animals holding the throne. He's a throne. If we go to tafsir, is animals holding his throne.
It says 8 angels in the Indonesian translation. 8 angels,
No,
not
here.
8 animals.
Okay.
Ya,
Okay,
jadi
let
ada
me prove
8
it for
hewan ya, bahasa aslinya ada 8 binatang yang menjunjung arsinya Allah ya, tapi terjemahan kita menjadi malaikat ya. Aslinya bahasanya adalah 8 animal ya, 8 binatang.
Berarti terjemahannya bohong ya.
Tabari.
Ini adalah tafsir At-Tabari, kita lihat
8
tafsir
animals.
At-Tabari. 8 hewan. What animals, brother?
Like what we call al-ghazal in English. Wait, translate.
Maksudnya
like
nama-nama surat mereka itu, Bu, ya? Nama-nama surat Al-Quran mereka itu, Kak, Bu? 8 nama itu?
Bukan.
Karipo.
Ini malaikat binatang yang menjunjung. Is that like a chicken or something?
Caribou.
I don't know what is that. What
Okay, like
what's that animal?
Ghazal. You know Ghazal. Let me.
Show the picture of the animal, brother.
Okay, let me show the picture.
Ya, brother David akan menunjukkan apa itu binatang yang membawa arsy-nya Allah ya, Gashal katanya ya. Apa ini nggak tahu saya ya. What is that? A goat?
Yes.
Oh, a goat, a ram.
This.
That
Binatang
is
Afrika
the
itu.
symbol of the devil.
The beast.
There's 8
The
of
beast,
those
yeah, the symbol of the
holding
devil.
Allah's throne.
Ya, 8 binatang yang seperti ini yang
And
memikul
also, do you know
artinya
Allah has a
Allah.
tree in the Quran?
Ya, I
Allah
know.
in the Quran is a
Al-Qasas.
tree.
Al-Qasas.
Al-Qasas 30, yeah.
Al-Qasas 30, yeah, I know. No, but this is interesting. Why 8 goats? Is this like a cherubim in the Bible? But the Bible is a beast, with 4 faces. Is a cherub, is a cherub.
It's a Baphomet. It's the devil. You know, we have Satan Church right here, and that is the symbol.
And if we open it yesterday, before 2 days ago, I asked the Muslim people, if we open it together now, Tafsir At-Tabari, and Muhammad says today, holding him 4, and in the world 8. So which means Allah he eating too much. Al-Haqqa.
What surah, brother?
Al-Haqqa 17. Now I show it now on the screen, this. But Tafsir al-Tabari, he says Muhammad, look here, for example, Al-Haqqa 17. If we go to Tafsir al-Tabari and we go to Muhammad Hadith, look here. Muhammad, he says, يحمله اليوم 4 ويوم القيامة 8. Let's translate this for you. Copy. And we go to translate. Look here. The whole 4.
4 and the day of resurrection is 8. So it changed to 4, from 4 to 8.
So he eating too much?
Yeah, I think he's fat.
For that he will be heavy?
Yeah. Allahnya itu
Muhammad
gendut
said
ya.
that. And look here.
Oke, lihat Allah
I
itu
don't think the
Bu.
translation is correct, brother. I don't think the translation is correct.
Terjemahkan dulu Bu, biar enak.
I think the translation in English is not correct.
No, it's correct. I read it. Their feet are in the 7th earth, and their mangelites are out of the heavens.
The mingling is like a tentacles.
So it's a big goat.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like the tentacles. The minglings is like the tentacles. You know, like in octopus, they have like
Muhammad says
tentacles.
that. Muhammad says that, huh? Let's translate. It's hadith. Muhammad said. Copy.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, how are you?
Go ahead, brother.
See?
It's a big goat. It's like a big goat carrying Allah's throne.
Do you know Allah has a dog in
Brother,
his
can you
house?
ترجمة?
ترجمة please, ترجمة.
شو هاي اللي كانوا 8 وبعدين صاروا كانوا 4 صاروا 8؟
اقرأ هذا الحديث بالإنجليزي، اقرأ لهم يا بالله عليك.
Okay. So right here it says that in the beginning they're like only 4 holding him, and at the Yom al-Qiyamah resurrection they become 8 holding him. So they change from 4 to 8 because of the resurrection.
Because Allah is
says,
getting
actually.
fat. Allah eating too much goat.
Yeah, this is the right translation. Even if you go in a version of English,
Yeah.
it says the same thing.
Because of the
Literally. It's
because
going
of the
from 4 to 8.
resurrection. Yeah, why is
Yeah, but you know,
because of the resurrection?
yeah,
The resurrection of the dead people?
we do not know that. Yeah, we don't know. We don't
Oh,
have
kita
any
nggak
evidence.
tahu.
I think it's in the Qiyamah. Jadi teman-teman, Allah ini ya
So
nanti
today
hari di
until Qiyamah, there will be 8. So Allah start eating from now to Yom al-Qiyamah gonna be heavy. They needed 4 more to holding him.
Yeah.
Jadi yang pertama memegang arsinya Allah tuh hanya 4 ya. Kemudian jadi bertambah-tambah jadi 8 sampai kiamat karena bertambah berat. Why is Allah getting heavier, brother? So if he's getting heavier, Allah is not a ruah, because in the Bible, Allah is a spirit. He doesn't have measurement. Spirit doesn't measure spirit. You cannot. Yeah, you cannot scale spirit. Why is why is Allah getting heavier? Kenapa Allah semakin berat ya, teman-teman? Kalau di dalam Alkitab itu roh itu nggak punya berat, nggak punya timbangan, ya nggak bisa diukur, nggak bisa ditimbang, karena dia ruah.
Di situ dibilang malah gemuk tadi ya Bu ya.
Iya. Jadi jelas ya teman-teman, we don't worship the same God. Our God is a spirit.
If you open it, this Surah Taha chapter 20 verse 5, and we can see Allah is sitting on throne.
Ya, kalau kita buka surat 20 ayat 5. Allah itu di atas arsy-Nya ya katanya. Nah, kata Rahman ini juga bukan bahasa Arab ya. Rahman is a Syriac language.
Yes.
Syria Lebanon ya, Bu.
Ya.
Chapter 20. See? Verse number 5. There you go by English. Wait, Baba, I have a call.
So in other words, that Allah also eat just like us. That's why he's getting fat.
David, the translation in English, it's a little bit different in Arabic there. You know why? Because in English, تعرف شو عم يقولوا بالإنجليزي؟ عم يقولوا مثل القوة، يعني سيطرة، ما عم يقولوا مثل الكرسي.
He's not sitting on the chair. He's above the chair, the Muslim said, right?
So in English, if you read it in English, it says throne of authority, okay? In Arabic, it does not mean that. In Arabic, they're saying an actual chair, you know?
A what? Sorry, brother?
So in Arabic, what David is trying to say that their Allah is saying that he sits on a chair, you know? In English, if you translate it to English, it says authority of throne. It's making it seem like, you know how king has a throne, you know? So
yes.
He can sit on his throne. So they're changing the meaning. David, بالإنجليزي عم يغيروا المعنى العربية.
Ya, jadi kalau aslinya surah At-Taha ini Allah duduk di kursi gitu ya, tapi diubah menjadi Allah duduk di tahta seperti singgasana begitu.
Iya.
I'm not sure if David can hear us.
Brother David, are you still with us?
You need to unmute your mic, brother. Brother David.
Yes, David, I'm here, but okay. I'm talking with my son. Okay, it says Ar-Rahman wa ala al-arsh istawa, which means Allah on the chair, on the throne.
He sat.
In Arabic.
Yeah, so it says.
Yes, and here also we see they're holding him 8 animals. Holdest his throne.
Ya, memegang arsinya Allah atau tahtanya Allah.
Yes.
8 binatang ya. Kenapa 8? Why 8, brother?
Why 8? That question I'm asking the Muslim. No one has an answer. But my answer is he eating too much. He will be happy.
Brother, if there is 7, only 7, it's not proper chair, you know. Allah will fall off all of the chair. It's just 7 holding the chair. Yeah. Okay. So this is one of the Syriac language that the Arab doesn't know about it. Okay. Ya, ada lagi yang mau tanya teman-teman sebelum kita akhiri?
And
I
the
think we're
Quran
gonna...
is Arabic. You cannot translate it 100%.
There is a
To
question.
English, yeah, or any language.
Not allowed to translate to any language.
There is a question.
Because Allah in Quran said, أنزلناه قرآنا عربي. We sent this book by Arabic language. So you cannot translate.
Ya, jadi Quran ini nggak boleh diterjemahkan ya, karena katanya dikirim sama Allah dalam bahasa Arab.
And even you have to read the Quran by Arabic language.
Dan kamu harus membaca Qurannya dalam bahasa Arab.
Maybe
other languages.
Maybe because Allah never go to school.
Because Allah is speaking only language Arabic. Only Arabic he speak.
Oh man, so
I speak better bahasa Arab.
You know.
So I'm smarter than Allah then.
Yes, you're smart. And also, you know, Jibril and in the Jannah they're speaking Aramaic language, Syrianic language.
So Jibril is better than Allah.
Yes, in the Jannah we speak Syramaic or Aramaic language, and in Jahannam they're speaking Farsi language. So how can Allah understand Farsi and Aramaic language?
Because Jibril is the translator.
But Jibril didn't understand. Jibril, how can he speak with Allah? Allah speaking Arabic.
No, brother.
Yeah.
A lot of contradictions.
Jadi ya, why kenapa Allah hanya bisa berbahasa Arab ya, teman-teman? Padahal katanya Jibril ini bisa berbagai macam bahasa gitu kan, bisa bahasa Farsi, bisa bahasa Syriak. Ya, ini nggak ngerti juga ini ya kenapa Allah hanya bisa bahasa Arab. Oke.
Izin the closing statement. Sebelum closing statement, Bu, izin. Bisa nggak?
Ya.
Oke. Biar sampai pesan Ibu dan Mr. David, tolong nanti buat closing statement-nya begini. Dari perkataan orang Muslim kan selalu mereka mengatakan bahwa kitab kita yang palsu. Nah, setelah banyak murtadin dan seperti kesaksian Mr. David ini kan, dia kan sudah melihat kepalsuan semua itu. Nah, tolong diberikan nanti closing statement, nanti kan Ibu terjemahkan lagi supaya sampai kepada saudara kita Muslim di Indonesia.
Ya,
makasih,
itu gampang.
Bu.
Ya, itu gampang.
Tapi supaya nyampe, Bu, kayak kami nggak pandai bahasa Inggris ini.
Ya, that's okay. Itu gampang nanti ya.
Ya.
Any other question? Oh, there's one more, brother David. Brother David.
Okay, go ahead.
Muslims claim when they pray, like when they Salah, they don't worship Kaaba. They don't worship the black stone. They just Salah toward the Kaaba, but not worship the black stones. So
Did Allah everywhere?
Huh.
So if you salah to other side, not to through to Kaaba, did Allah accept your salah?
I don't think so.
David,
سؤاله
ليش بيعبدوا هن عم يقولوا ما يعبدوا هذا الحجر الأسود بس انت يعني اذا ليش يبوسوه وهو بيخطي خطاياهم.
اعطيتهم هذا الحديث بس انا الان عم بسأل هل صلاة المسلم تقبل بعكس الكعبة؟
Yeah, are the prayers of Muslims accepted by the Mecca? Like, is it accepted by the Black Stone or by the Allah?
Go ahead, Sister Sophie.
Ya, jadi kalau ditanyakan bahwa Muslim kami kalau mengapa kalian kalau sholat tuh menghadap ke batu hitam gitu ya, ke Kaabah ya. Mereka mengatakan kami tidak menyembah batu hitam kok gitu. Tapi Brother David mengatakan apakah Allah di segala tempat gitu? Allah ada di semua tempat gitu ya, seperti kepercayaan orang Kristen ya. Allah itu omnipresent, jadi maha hadir ya. Tapi kalau Muslim tidak, Allahnya tidak maha hadir ya. Sehingga kalau dia berdoa atau salat tidak menghadap ke Kaabah, maka salatnya tidak sah dan tidak bisa diterima.
So we have also Allah has a dog, pet dog in his home.
Huh? What, brother?
Allah, he has a pet dog in the home. In his house. If we go to Surah An-Najm, chapter 53 and verse 1, وَالنَّجْمُ إِذَا هَوَى. If we go to Tafsir al-Tabari, there Asbab al-Nuzul. Asbab al-Nuzul. If we read it, Muhammad came to ask Abi Lahab to believe him. And Abi Lahab, he said, Kafartu bi Rabbin Najm. And Muhammad said, are you not scared that Allah dog eat you?
Jadi Allah ini punya peliharaan seekor anjing ya. Kalau kita ke surah 53, surah An-Najm. Ini tafsir At-Tabari ayat 1 ya, surah 53 ayat 1, tafsir At-Tabari mengatakan ketika Muhammad meminta Abu Lahab untuk masuk Islam gitu ya, kemudian Abu Lahab nggak mau ya, kemudian Muhammad mengatakan, apakah kamu tidak takut kepada anjingnya Allah, katanya gitu.
His real dog.
But why did now Muslims, they hate dogs? They even throw the stones at my dog. My dog is not a black dog. My dog is like a brownie dog.
Sementara anjing di Indonesia haram katanya.
But Allah, he has a dog in his house.
Yeah, so what kind of dog is Allah has?
Kenapa anjing haram gitu? But Allah have dogs.
So what kind of dogs that Allah has? Is it a German Shepherd? Is it a Chihuahua?
What color is the dog of God?
This dog is too big, like a lion.
Oh, this dog is too big, like a lion. So that's probably like
it's too big.
Yeah, it says
China Shepherd.
Allah has dog here in Tafsir At-Tabari. Wow, that's a surprise.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, one day I did live. I talk about the animals in Allah's house. He has a lot. Do you know he has a like شو اسم الديك بالإنجليزي?
Rooster.
He has rooster also.
He has a rooster.
Oh, ayam jantan.
Allah juga punya ayam jantan.
Ayam jantan. Ya,
banyak kali peliharannya. That's why brother Christian Prince said that in Surah Al-An'am verse 38 that all the animals and all the birds they are they are ummah like you.
Ampun, Allah itu kayak ini ya, zoo.
That's what I'm asking the Muslim. The animals is just like the ummah. So why they hate pigs, they hate dogs, they hate everything.
Okay, this is we already have 2 hours. We already have 2 hours in this program. I think we can continue next time with another program. What do you think, Brother David? I think this time it's clear enough. Yeah, I think this time is clear enough.
Yes, that's enough. Thank you so much. Let me prove this hadith first, and we can go.
Okay.
Bu Lindsay, ini berapa kali seminggu acara ini, Bu?
Setiap Sabtu. Besok ada acara menarik. Allah naik donkey merah, ya. Jadi silakan tunggu ya.
Ya, kami jam berapa, Bu Lindsay?
Jam yang sama.
Oke.
Jam 9 kayaknya. Jam 9 ya. Nanti
Jam 9
besok
ya.
kita akan bersama dengan Brother Hussein Al-Iraqi, akan sama Brother John Isaac juga untuk
Ya.
review the debate.
Biar
Brother
bisa
David, are you
persiapkan
ready
pertanyaan.
for Arabic debate with Ustaz in Indonesia, brother? If any Ustaz challenge you.
No, we don't need
Please,
that. We don't need that
yes,
right now.
if you have
They're
big
going to
share
run
Ya,
away.
kalau
about
kalau ada yang mau
you
set
know الترجم لها حبيبي سنحريب. أنا ما بناقش ناس بسطاء، إذا عندهم شيخ فهمان بالدين أوكي، أما أطفال يطلعوا يناقشوا ما بناقشهم أنا، بدي حدا فهمان.
Yeah, so David, you know, over the last 11, 12 years, he's been debating with really big preachers in Islam, big da'wah sheikhs. He doesn't want someone who's like very not knowledgeable to come and debate with him. He wants someone who's like,
Yes, I'm sorry.
you know, knows what he's talking about for him to argue. Yeah.
Okay. Jadi kita tidak mau lagi
Ya,
orang-orang seperti Solihin ya yang tidak punya knowledge ya. Jadi harus ada orang yang lebih dari seperti Solihin untuk debat dengan Brother David.
Ya, jadi Brother David sudah berdebat selama 12 tahun dengan syekh-syekh besar ya, ulama-ulama besar dalam bahasa Arab. Jadi kalau yang mau set debat dengan Brother David, jangan yang nggak punya pengetahuan, aduh malu-maluin ya.
Jangan yang
jadi yang
ece-ece
tahu, yang tahu banyak kitab-kitab, yang tahu banyak referensi-referensi buku ya, yang baca buku teman-teman ya. Jangan ditanyain apa-apa nggak ngerti, ditanyain apa-apa nggak ngerti. Kayak tadi Brother Anas ya, I'm very sorry ya, knowledge-nya sama kita aja deh Nas ya, lu sama kita aja. Oke, jadi yang Brother David yang kelasnya sudah sangat kelas syekh ya teman-teman, karena dia seorang dai atau seorang syekh juga dulunya ya. Jadi jangan yang nggak tahu apa-apa, malu-maluin kalau debat, apalagi nggak bisa bahasa Arab ya. Oke. Do you want
closing statement from Brother David?
Yeah. Can you say closing statement, brother? Go ahead.
Okay, so God bless you all, and God bless you everybody. I hope everybody can know the way and follow the real God, not the Blackstone, not devil, because we found it the way we know who is the God, the creator. We need everybody to know is to go to heaven, not go to hell. That's my hope, that I'm trying to do it, to get knowledge to people, to know only one way to the heaven, Jesus Christ, only Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amin. Jadi Brother David mengatakan, ya kita berdoa ya, semoga kita pingin Brother David rindu supaya orang-orang juga Muslim di Indonesia mengenal satu-satunya jalan ke surga, yaitu Yesus Kristus ya, kebenaran itu sendiri. Karena Brother David mau kita semua keluar dari kegelapan, dari dari ikatan setan ya, dari penyembahan kepada batu hitam menuju kepada jalan yang benar dan satu-satunya kebenaran. Brother David mengatakan kita sudah tahu kebenaran itu dan kita sudah tahu jalannya. Hanya ada satu jalan menuju surga, yaitu melalui Tuhan kita Yesus Kristus. Tuhan memberkati kalian semua. God bless you all. God bless Indonesia. Thank you, Brother David. Thank you, Brother Senharib. So we'll see you again next program. Bu Lindsay, terima kasih, and God bless you all.
Teman-teman di Indonesia, semua channel-channel yang ada di Indonesia, tolong di-re-upload lagi video ini, di-share video ini, di-upload sebanyak-banyaknya, seluas-luasnya, agar mata kawan-kawan kita yang masih Muslim, yang masih ada dalam belenggu Islam bisa terbuka. Ya, teman-teman tolong disebarkan lagi. Ya, Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you for your grace, mercy, and loving kindness. We thank you for your blessing. We thank you that you prosper Brother David, Brother Senharib, Sister Sophia, and everyone in this room. Father, in the name of Jesus, we see you again tomorrow. We have a great topic. The topic untuk besok adalah Allah naik donkey merah. Ya. Di tempat yang sama, di channel yang sama, di jam yang sama. Shalom, Tuhan memberkati. Bye-bye.
Amin. God bless you all. Bye.
Amin.